Hello everyone and welcome to this week's vlog. This week we are going to speak about what happens when you have those ultimate of catastrophes, the power failure
No! No! No!
and the internet failure. So we will discuss some tips, things that you have to do to be prepared, ideas that you can use to prepare yourself for this eventuality, and then just some general tips on how to go about teaching without electricity or without an internet. So let us begin. So first thing, the power failure. If you're like me and you have a desktop, it is very, very difficult to teach when you don't have any power. So what is the alternative then? You can use a laptop if you have a laptop backup. I don't, but if you have a laptop backup, that can work as well. The other thing that I've discovered you can use is your iPad. Now, while it is not conducive for everyday teaching, it is possible to use it in an emergency. And I'm going to go through what you need to do to be able to use your iPad as a backup teaching tool. On your iPad, you're going to go to the App Store. Under the App Store, you are going to click and type Beijing Cloud Talk. Click on search. It will bring up two options. For our purposes, we are going to use the one on the left hand side, Talk. Go ahead and install it. As you can see, I have already installed mine. Next, go to the website, the one which you usually use. From there, simply log in and you will go to your session page as normal. Under your session page, find the session that you are going to teach. Click on Enter the Classroom. It will bring a pop-up, and this pop-up is of course the Beijing Talk app that we will be using. So now here, once it has loaded, you can see that we are in the classroom environment. On the top right hand side of the screen, the very first button is the normal resources that we use. They're all listed there. Click on the one that you want to use and simply load it. Depending on your internet connection, it might take a little while. So there you have your normal session page. You are inside the classroom. You can use the buttons at the bottom of the screen to scroll left and right. You can also use the maximize and minimize part of the screen, which will show you the material that you're teaching. Okay. On the top right hand side again, the second button, we have our media files that we would normally use in a taster session, and then lastly you will have your student list. I'm going to go ahead and start this class so that we can take a look at the pencil tools. So the pencil tools, pretty normal, it's all there. Click on pencil and you can write. Next, you can click on a text box and make use of that. Alright, so there is basically how you will use your iPad. Go ahead, when you've completed the class, click on Finish Class, Confirm, and then you will use the arrow at the top left hand side of the screen to exit. Also, in the event of a power failure or internet failure, it helps to have an LTE device handy. You can use a portable modem, or you can use your phone to create a hotspot. A couple of things that I always keep handy for emergencies in case something happens, firstly, is a power bank. I use this to charge my iPad and my phone if I'm using those as teaching tools. The other thing that I try to keep handy and charged is an LED light. You want to make sure that if you are teaching inside on a day where there's not enough power, that you have sufficient lighting so that the Brady can see you perfectly. Also, if you're using your iPad, make sure that it is positioned in such a way so that you have a neutral background or that it catches your background perfectly. Another thing or item that I investigated was a charger for your laptop. Even though most laptops have a good battery life, which means that you should get about 4 to 5 hours of work from a fully charged battery, you will notice that your battery will drain faster because obviously you are using a camera. So to this end, I looked at some portable laptop chargers. The best one that I came across was one from a website called banggood.com, and it's a portable charger. Simply plug it into the wall and keep it charged so that in the event of a power failure, you have your device ready. The price is okay, I suppose. It ranges from about £50 to £70 for the device. The other option that I found interesting was a solar panel charger. So there's no need for a wall plug-in. Simply make sure you leave it out in the sun to charge. Then you can charge all your devices and you should get several hours of teaching or work time on your laptop from using the solar panel device. So, in conclusion, it is best to be prepared in any event if something untoward happens. With a power failure, make sure your portable devices can be charged while you are using it. In the event of an internet failure, make sure that you have a backup LTE device or that you can use your phone as a hotspot. Make sure that the area which you are in has sufficient signal from your service provider. Make sure that you have a good area with sufficient light to work in and that your background is neutral or a very pleasant background to use while you're teaching. So, that's all for this week. Happy teaching till next time.